are being offered at wholesale prices. That's a 33% savings. A year's supply of meals starts as low as 73 cents per meal. Ready Reserve Food offers only the highest quality dehydrated food, packed in double enameled cans in an inert nitrogen atmosphere, allowing a 15-plus year shelf life. Ready Reserve has been manufacturing since 1972, giving them the freedom to offer you amazing savings. Great tasting Ready Reserve foods at wholesale prices. Order now at ReadyReserveFoods.com or call today. 1-800-453-2202. That's 1-800-453-2202.
A day unlike any other in the long course of American history, a terrorist act of war against this country.
The enemy struck America on September 11th. But who is the enemy?
Bin Laden.
This is his MO.
We have to look to the Middle East. We have to look to Osama bin Laden.
Fabled Enemies is the first 9/11 film to take a close look at the terrorist ties to intelligence networks inside the United States.
Some U.S. investigators believe that there are Israelis again very much engaged in spying in and on the U.S.
I'm aware that some Israeli citizens have been detained.
Bin Laden's connections to the CIA, the hijackers' ties to the FBI, the Saudi Arabian connection, the Israeli intelligence network, warnings and war games, the shadow government, and much, much more. Fabled Enemies. Get the DVD at Infowars.com or see it in super high quality, along with hundreds of other titles at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. How much are you willing to lose? Take action now. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129. I believe that we are facing a financial catastrophe of biblical proportion. Over recent decades, numerous economic systems have failed. Current Federal Reserve policy and uncontrolled government spending have set the stage for the United States to be the next target. Secure your assets today by calling 1-800-686-2237, extension 129. Do this while paper can still buy gold. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
With rising unemployment and an economy that continues to fail comes an increase in crime. Are you safe when you walk to your car? Are your kids safe when they go out? Everyone needs something to give that extra edge in case of an attack. You need DPS pepper spray from MrDefense.com. DPS is the strongest pepper spray on the market and is the same spray used by hundreds of law enforcement agencies from around the world. Need something more? The Stinger keychain is a great way to surprise a potential attacker. Mr. Defense carries the largest selection of stun guns, air tasers, knives, swords, batons, survival, spy, and tactical gear. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your order. Visit MrDefense.com. That's MRDefense.com or call 1-800-313-6400. 1-800-313-6400. That's 1-800-313-6400 today.
I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade.
If you don't think the global architects running the Western world and the planet won't kill you, won't enslave you, won't rob your pension funds blind, it's happening. Just yesterday, I saw several mainstream news articles admitting that British SAS trained Pol Pot's people to kill between 3 and 4 million. Why did they do this? We'll talk more about that with David Icke. David, I went into the mass mind control of people in Nazi Germany, the Soviet Union, over and over again who will just march in and be mowed down and killed. Why did the founders of this country, why would they not go along with that? Why did they fight back? What's the difference? How do we get people to psychologically realize how they're being trained to have this learned helplessness where they just lay down to the men in black uniforms?
Well, when you're talking about mass mind control, we can't go any further than Barack Obama, because America has just had visited upon it a massive mass mind control operation to get him to power and to build his ludicrous myth of a personality and an image that so many people have bought. And I don't know about you, Alex, but I tell you, I've shaken my head a few times in the last few months when I've seen people who I thought had got it to an extent, who have bought the Obama myth as if somehow here out of nowhere is a change to the system as it works in terms of creating presidents.
Well, to answer your question, I mean, what I think of it, they know things are bad, and they want to believe a fairy tale. They want to think the nightmare is over. It's exactly because they are somewhat awake that they're so afraid now at the reality that they are grasping at straws, seeing things, mirages in the desert. A man dying of thirst will, see huge lakes of cool, clean water to go drink, and will even go crazy and think he's drinking water when he's throwing sand into his mouth. And you've written a great analysis breaking down the mass mind control, the real programs of Barack Obama. We link to it at Infowars.com, to DavidIcke.com. What's the article? The Emperor with No Clothes?
It's Barack Obama, the Naked Emperor. You've introduced a very, very important point, Alex, in terms of mass mind control. It's the principle of the target wanting it to be true. And in many ways, the worse it gets, the more people can be enticed into following someone who's telling them what they want to be true. I mean, if you take what happened in Nazi Germany and those other examples you gave, at each point, people don't want to face the fact of the situation they're in. So they will believe when someone tells them, no, it's not that. Just do it for this reason. They want that to be true, and that's the most powerful form of control. And you're absolutely right. What's happened with Barack Obama? See, this whole technique of problem, reaction, solution, we're now seeing in America, and indeed globally, because of Obama's global influence. I mean, I was in Africa recently, a few weeks ago. I mean, crikey, he's a god there. I guess you can understand why. But if they knew that the agenda they have for Africa, the people behind Obama, then that he would be anything but a god. But the point is that we're seeing a problem, reaction, solution presidential game here. They brought Bush in, the people that control Bush, the neocons, and what they've done for 8 years is create massive problems, financial problems, overseas war problems, military problems, problems of every kind.
And he was also arrogant and didn't care and lied and said, I don't read the newspaper. Exactly. A perfect psyop, what the Romans would do with a governor, give them an abusive governor, but then bring in a slicker governor who could engage in even more abuse, and the people would accept him as a savior.
Exactly. One of the interesting things between the mid-90s and about 2002, I did enormous amounts of research into mind control, individual and mass mind control. And one of the staggering things you came across when you talked to some of these individual victims of mind control was that they had I wouldn't say a love, but they had this enormous affection for their controllers who were abusing them on one level. It's a very strange psychological trait, but that's what we're seeing on a mass level. So Obama's come along with people in fear, in outrage, and anyone who's not Bush has got to be better. And he's come along with his smiling face, the smiling viper, and now he is going to, from January the 20th, be offering solutions to the problems that the Bush administration created. And people see, and all over the world, they see a change in president as a change in direction. And all it is, in truth, is a new phase in the same direction towards this global Orwellian tyranny we're talking about.
They're just putting a new quarterback in.
Exactly. And what Obama's been brought in to do, the salesman, well, he's a salesman as long as he's reading someone else's words on autocue, is to sell now the solutions to the problems. And these will be all the kind of what they call the global architecture that we've been talking about all these years. And it will also be, and we're already seeing it, the networks of...
David, stay there. We're going to talk about this next phase. You thought it was bad under Bush? Get ready. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Every 22 seconds, a violent crime is committed. Are you concerned about your personal safety? Why wait for something bad to happen when you can take action now? Be smart. Be safe. Trust pepper spray instead of your luck. Pepperspray.com is the only website you'll ever need for all your non-lethal self-defense supplies. Pepperspray.com carries one of the largest assortments of pepper spray and personal safety products on the web, including mace, animal repellents, stun guns, and tasers. Pepperspray.com also carries a large assortment of products for personal, home, child, and pet safety. Pepperspray.com is proud to feature Sabre brand pink ribbon pepper spray. For every Sabre pink ribbon pepper spray sold, a donation will be made to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Enter the word pepper in the coupon